better than late. So I'm here early talking to myself just to get the lighting together, and I really don't. And I'll listen to this thing later. But um, I think if you're coming on, yeah, I'm live now. I'm just waiting for a couple minutes before before it gets 6 o'clock, and then when it gets 6 o'clock, I will look at it. What is this? Now when was this? Okay, we got 3 minutes. So, nobody's here, so I'm looking at my stuff. But I come on early to check the lighting, and I really can't tell because, like I said yesterday, I've got this ring light, and it makes it okay. So the ring light's on, and look at this. Ring light's on, it's off. This is how I look without the ring light, and this is how it looks with the ring light. Don't know what it is. So I'll do the ring light today, and you guys tell me what you say. Okay, it's almost time. Yeah, that's me. I'm here right now. Let's come on. The other day you. Yep. Okay. 2 minutes. I don't know how to edit this out, but there's 2 minutes. So hey, Joanne Johnson, I'm starting in 1 minute. It starts in 1 minute, and someone's here. Joanne is here. Oh, and let me see. Okay. So I think right now it is almost 6 o'clock. So I think anyway, I'm going to start now. In a millisecond, it'll be 6 o'clock. And while I'm on the phone, not on the phone, but while I'm here, nobody's here yet. One person, Joanne, the lighting. This is with the ring light, and this, because it's not 6 o'clock yet, is without it. What do you think? Without it or with it? I don't know. Okay. It's not 6 o'clock yet. Man, so that's a really long minute when you're going to get excited to start. Okay. So, it's right now, I was coming early. So I get here like 10 minutes early just to look at my lighting and see how things are looking when I'm on. So now it's 6 o'clock and I can really begin. So, hi. My name is Latifa, but professionally I'm Dr. Latifa Walinga. I'm the CEO of The Coaching Kiva, and I work with couples. I help couples sort out all their problems so they can get back to great friendship, get back to having fun together, get back to communicating in a great way, and get back to having more fun and more sex. I've got to say what it is. When a couple gets together, they have those things. They can talk, they're friends, they have fun, they have great sex, but then when something goes wrong, those things stop. So I help couples get all that back. And then if you're going solo, individual with your own issues, I help you figure out which path to take and what to do. And also, I'm really deep into the interest of metaphysics and higher consciousness and I work with that a lot with my clients. So if you come to me as a couple or individual, I always weave the higher consciousness into my sessions, because if you don't have a higher consciousness or even aware of that, I don't know, kind of all bets are off, right? So you want to be a better you to bring into your life and your relationship. So that's who I am. And what do I do? That's what I do. But I live my life to help other people. I've always done it since I was a kid. I remember since 9 years old going to a new school in California. A girl couldn't do her homework, and I was smart. I could do it. I helped her. I remember that really clearly, how she looks and everything. And I've been helping people for a long time. And now, why do I do what I do? In terms of the reason why I work with couples is because it might sound kind of crazy, but my marriage did not work. My marriage didn't work. And we thought we'd be married forever. It didn't work. And it was tumultuous in times, only because he was an addict. And I had no idea about that, so I was codependent. So we both knew we had great hearts and we were great souls. So we just worked on it to be great friends. So we're still friends today, and that was a long time ago. And I went to school, started learning about why we didn't work, and why some couples don't work, and they love each other. And I learned all about it. That's why I work with couples. That's why I do that. Why I work with individuals, because sometimes my life wasn't together and I needed help. Didn't have any. But I thought, okay, how can I help somebody else? And then as far as higher consciousness, since I was a kid, I've always been the one wondering what's going on in the planet, what's happening in the world. And then luckily I got information from a lot of sources around, like Wayne Dyer, Abraham Hicks, those kinds of things. So that's who I am and what I do. But now from this group, I decided to have this group, this 5-day free workshop for people like you who are interested in coming here to learn a little simple things for free. Yesterday we talked about how to listen without overreacting, and it was really great. And today we'll discuss the 6 human needs. But you have to also know that in this group, in this workshop, I give out prizes. So you have to engage, and you have to do your homework. There's a simple little question at the end of your slides. If you have your worksheet, if you have a worksheet, then you can follow along. If you don't, you can write down every answer in a journal, and then you can say, I didn't get a worksheet. You can message me and give me your email address, and I'll send you one. So the people that are in Australia, Paris, Boston, other places, they will see this tomorrow or 9 hours later, because it's somewhere different, but they have worksheets, and they can see it later. But there are prizes that you guys can win, and the prizes are, okay, yesterday's prize was won by, her name is Noma. She won a prize, and it was a PowerPoint presentation called Shutting Down. So they talked about just 8 slides. They're very, very informative and told her when people shut down, why, what it looks like, and how not to do it. Today's prize would be, I have a what do you call it? A sheet. 21 things to avoid in your relationship. Simple. Avoid this because of that. Avoid that because of that. And it's a good thing. So the prizes that and every day I tell you the day of what the prize would be. And yeah, well, I tell you, in the day 3, you get my first book called The Honey Jar, Tips and Tools for Couples to Learn to Communicate More Effectively. But once I read that book, I realized that book teaches you about self-love, how to love yourself. You've got to love yourself to communicate openly with your partner. When you don't communicate openly, that means you have a problem with how you feel about yourself. So that book is really great for that. Day 4, you also can get the PowerPoint Shutting Down. And day 5, the grand prize is half off my 2-hour very effective online course called The Ease and Flow. So let us begin. And this life is only no more than 30 minutes, because we're all busy, but it's nice to have information. So nice to have information. So the first one, okay, for today's session, we're going to review really quickly the takeaways from yesterday. So the takeaways from yesterday were recognize your trigger, because we had 2 methods to learn how not to overreact. The first method was recognize what triggers you. When you recognize what triggers you, then you're more inclined not to overreact because you know you're being triggered and it's not your partner's fault. First thing. And the second method is to listen to the words being said. When your partner's talking to you, listen to the words being said, not their physiology. So if you weren't here yesterday, you can still watch the video in this right here in this group because it's below this one. I didn't put them in the units because I didn't know how to. Something's wrong with it, so I'm just leaving them up. So if you didn't watch yesterday's, watch it, and then this won't seem foreign to you. And then if you're somewhere else and watch this later on, it won't feel foreign to you as well. So that's yesterday's takeaway. Good. So today is the 6 human needs. There are 6 human needs that we all have. When we have all 6 needs met, we have a beautiful life and a great relationship. But in relationships, if we have just 3 of these human needs met, it's a pretty good relationship. But to have all 6, that would be amazing. And it's very important because what happens when your 6 human needs aren't being met? This is the first thing. Get your worksheets out. What happens when your human needs are not being met? Something goes. We're not gonna write down right yet, but something happens to your partner. If your needs aren't being met or their needs aren't being met, when you're going smoothly initially, and then you get some turmoil, things start going wrong, and you're going, "What's going on? What happened?" You have no idea. Well, if it's your partner that's behaving differently, it's because one or all of their needs are not being met. And perhaps your needs are not being met. And you don't know how to talk about it, what to say about it. When that happens, you need some information. There are 6 needs. It's something like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, but this is not a psychology class, but that is what it's like. But I'll tell you what happens when those needs are not being met. Now, you'll write this down. What will happen is we become uneasy, angry, or insecure. When our needs are not being met, we become those ways. And you want to know why? Because if you're with a partner and you're in love with your partner and you enjoy spending time with your partner, and then you find that your needs aren't being met, the anger might come because you're having suspicious thoughts about them. You feel insecure because you think, oh, maybe I'm not good enough, or he or she likes someone else. And you get uneasy because things aren't feeling right for you. They're not feeling right because my partner has something else going on. And that's not the case usually. The case could be your partner has no idea about the 6 human needs, and neither do you, that needs to be met. And you're not sure what you need, but you know it's something. You know they're not giving you something, but you need something. Peach tea. Okay, I'll tell you what the needs are. But don't forget, in this is your worksheet, and right here, write it down, because what you get to do with this worksheet is take it with you, look at it every day. When you learn the 6 human needs today, you can do this today. Yesterday, what you learned, you can apply it yesterday and today. Keep this and always apply it to your life and your relationship. It will make things better for you. And what I didn't say today, as I said yesterday, whatever you learn from me, anytime, if it's for your relationship, it will work in your relationship, but also in your personal life. Because despite the things that I do, the most important thing that I care about is personal growth. If you have a higher consciousness, you are going to grow wildly in the personal growth department. It's so important that we have a higher consciousness. That's not to be discussed today, but it's so important. That starts all in the inside. When it starts in the inside, you can see things on the outside. When things on the outside you're not liking this, because on the inside you still have more work to do. I'm talking about what I know for a fact. So back to this. If your needs are not being met, or your partner's, these are some of the things that happen. You become angry, insecure, and uneasy. You feel uncomfortable. You think something's wrong with you. Now, let's talk about the 6 human needs. What are they? I'll tell you all 6, and then I'll go over each one separately. So write them down on your worksheet. The 6 human needs. Write each one down. I'll say it slowly. The first human need is certainty. The second human need is uncertainty or variety. Uncertainty or variety. The third human need is significance. The third human need is significance. So, certainty, number 1. Uncertainty or variety, number 2. Significance, number 3. So in the chat, write, I feel secure, or I feel certain, or I feel uncertain. Write down in the chat, how do you feel? What do you feel? The first 3, certainty, uncertainty, or variety, and then significance. Number 4 is love/connection. Number 5 is growth. And number 6 is contribution. This is 6 human needs, and it's kind of like on a pyramid, like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, but it's just really important what we really need. When we have natural urges and natural wants and desires that we have got to take care of. We've got to have these things. So I'll go over each one as long as they're written down. Certainty. What that is, we all need to feel certain. That means we need to have a roof over our heads, clothing, food, money. The things we need that are really important to us that we couldn't live without. That's certainty. And in your relationship, it's still certainty if you and your partner are cohabitating, or you're married, you have a place to live, a car to drive, food to eat, money to spend, water to clean yourself, the things that we all need every day. But in your relationship, you might not feel certainty if your partner and you are having a problem with money. If you have problems and you're not getting along. If you're not married and you are just living together, you might feel threatened about your security. That's certainty. If you feel certain in your life right now or relationship, say, yes, I feel certain. Just let me know, yes, I do feel certain. The second one, the uncertainty piece, or variety, what it means is, once you have once you feel certain and you're satisfied, and you have your partner, your house, your dog or cat, your 2 cars, and the picket fence, right? Once you have those things, then human nature, you start saying like, what else can I have? What's the next thing? You start saying that because human nature, we always want more. We want more. We're designed like that. We always want more. Once we have something we think we want, it doesn't satisfy us for long. We always want more, and that's our ego. And that is not this conversation, but that's our ego. Well, you might say, why is that though? Our ego, never happy, wants more all the time. Even though your more might be enough, for the ego, it's never enough. So once you have what you think you really want, then you start thinking, is this all? I want more. And so you want more. It doesn't mean a new partner, a new house. It might mean a variety. How can we shake this up? Now I'm comfortable, I'm happy, I'm secure, Now what? So that just means maybe a new vacation, different restaurant, um, read different books, have different fun with your partner together. Just change things up. I say shake it up a little bit. That's what that is. So once you do that, then we have significance. Now, first of all, if you feel, if you have variety with your partner, if you feel like you're happy, things are exciting with your partner, you guys have fun together, you like each other, if you do, say yes. I like my partner. We do have variety because that's important that you have that. And then we have significance. You want to feel important to yourself, about yourself, and also to your partner. Do you feel important to your partner, or does your partner feel important to you? When we're in a relationship, we've got to understand it's important that we feel significant to our partners and vice versa. Otherwise, why are we together? They support us, they love us, we're important to them, they think about us all the time, and you too. So you have to have that in your relationship. It's important. You need it. You might say, no, I don't, but you do. Be honest with yourself. The fourth one is love slash connection. That means we need love with with your own personal life, love from your friends, love from your pet, love from the people at work, but love from your partner. And then you guys feel loved by each other and with what you do and how you communicate and how you behave together. You feel loved and you feel that connection. And you ask yourself, do I feel loved right now by my partner? When things aren't going right, do I feel loved by him or her? Do I? Or them? How do I feel when things are not right? Because things always get tough. But true love, things get tough, but the love still remains. So ask yourself, when you're mad at your partner, things aren't right, do you still love your partner or you get so mad you don't? It's important to think about that. You want to be able to hold the love, angry or not. And then we have growth. The fifth human need is growth. Growth means it means just what it says, growth. When you put a plant, a seed in the ground, what do? You put the seed in the ground just the right amount of inches in the ground, in the earth. Then you cover it up, you fertilize it, you put it in sunshine, you water it, you talk to it, you give it love, it's beautiful, and it starts to grow. And when it starts to grow, you keep doing the same thing. You don't stop because it's grown. You say, oh, it's grown, it was growing, no, my work is done. No, you keep fertilizing, watering, sunlight, talking to it, giving it love, and it keeps growing. When the weeds grow around it, what do? You remove the weeds because some weeds can choke it off, and then your plant dies. If we don't grow, we die. So if we don't take care of things, it's no longer. Nothing lasts forever. Everything changes. It either changes, it's no more, or it changes for the better. It changes. That's a truth in the world. It's a law. It is law. Universal law. So you want to make sure there's growth in your relationship. That you guys just aren't there stifled hanging around. That you guys are together and you're growing and you're doing things together to help each other grow. You're growing on your part by yourself. Your partner's growing over here, and then you guys grow together. That's ideal. It can happen. So don't depend on your partner to make you happy, to grow you, do anything for you. We work together. Your happiness depends on you, and then your partner contributes to that, but you're already happy. That makes sense. It's a big job to try to make someone else make you anything. That means you're giving your power away. You don't want to do that. Keep your power by being responsible for yourself and your emotions and your feelings, and then learn how to grow on your own, and then you grow with your partner together. That's fair, and that's how it works. It doesn't work any other way. These are all laws I'm talking about. It doesn't work any other way. If you're a flower and the seed's in the ground, you are the one that has to grow. Your flower over there can't make you grow. You grow. Anyway, and the last one is contribution, to contribute. Now, love and connection, growth and contribution are the spiritual aspects of the 6 human needs. Because growth, we have to grow or we die. And that can be, I'm speaking figuratively, but we have to grow. And then contribution, we want to give. We're here as a gift. And we're not here just to give and just to take and then take from the world and from the people and then leave. We're here to contribute and to be a community as we are. So you want to contribute. You want to give. And ask yourself, what do I give to the world? That's the first question. What can I give to the world? I don't care if you're rich or poor. You are rich in spirit and you are on this planet. You have something to give. But then, what can I give in my relationship to help it grow, to help keep it strong, to help it stay in love, to help it do like this? What can I give? How can I contribute to my relationship, to my partner? What can I give? Now, write in the chat or down in the comments below. Yes, that's what I do. Or yes, I contribute. I contribute. I give. I'm happy. Whatever it is, write and be honest. Just write it in there. Okay, because right now I can't answer anything you're saying because really I can't read it right. Let me see. Oh, okay. I did see that. Someone says, I don't know whose name it is, but someone says my boyfriend and I are having problems in the growth department. Okay. Okay, so since that's written down there and I can read it. Okay. Since I can read those things, I'm not going to do it because I'll stop talking and we're on I said no more than 30 minutes. We have 7 minutes left because I know you're busy. But here it is. These comments, I'll be able to see them once this is over. And then I will either message you or I'll talk about it more tomorrow. Okay? Along with what we're doing today. Because I have tendency to go over. But yeah, you want to be able to grow with your partner. You have to. Because when we don't grow and we're stagnant, it dies. That means it's just over. And if you don't want that, we'll talk about how you can help it to grow. Okay, so make sure that's on your worksheet, the 6 human needs. Create certainty, uncertainty, or variety, significance, love and connection, growth, and contribution. There's my T. Growth and contribution. Make sure you have this down. Okay. So how to understand your partner's needs. How to understand what your partner needs from you. That might be the trick, right? So you're in a relationship, or maybe even married, because you know what? People don't talk. Trust me, I know. People can be married for years, and the husband or the wife or the partner has no idea what that person feels or thinks about certain things because they do not talk. You know why? Because a lot of people think if I tell my partner who I really am, that might be a deal breaker. They won't like me, and so I'm not going to tell them. Now, to me, that makes no sense at all. It doesn't bring you closer. It makes you not know what's going on with your partner or if their needs are being met or not. If your partner's not happy, they just shut down, they don't talk, and then you come back around in a couple of days, maybe a month, and we're talking again. That never works. It causes resentment and animosity. So you don't want that. So write this in your notes. How to understand what your partner needs from you on your worksheet. If you have a worksheet and you're here, cool. If you don't and you want a worksheet, write this down in your notes and message me after this or during this, and I will send you and your email address, and I'll send you a worksheet. Okay, so the first, how to understand. Ask what they need. First of all, you guys are not mind readers. You're human beings who are in love, and probably in the beginning you faked who you were. You're the best self, and then with time that just goes away. You've got to always be you. You do, and you don't know what your partner needs. You might think, but every person doesn't need the same thing. We're all different. So ask your partner what they need. What do you need from me? What would you like? And then pay attention to their behavior. If they're being kind of funny or a little shady or a little grumpy or sad, just pay attention. But when that happens too, you don't think, oh, if you have an idea of what you should do, okay. But otherwise, if you don't know, ask them, is there anything I can do to help you with this? Because right now, you seem sad or upset or whatever it is, and you say, may I help you? If they say nothing's wrong, you've got to be honest and say, I don't believe you because you're behaving differently. This is what I see. I would love to help. May I? Because if you guys don't get into the habit of having honest, open communication, it's going to all break down. The key to all of this is communication and honesty. So you ask them what they need, watch their behavior. If it's different and it's not positive, then you ask them too. But also if it's good. So if it's good, like what's happening? It's not about you all the time. So this is great, but you want to know what they need. And the third thing is have open, honest communication on a regular basis. Write this down. The first one is ask them what they need. Do you do this? If you do this, say, yes, I ask my partner what they need. Hey, thank you for those hearts. That's so cool. Thanks for the hearts. Thank you. You ask what they need. Pay attention to their behavior. Pay attention. Now, I talk fast, and sometimes my words stammer on them, as you see. I'm going to slow down on purpose, deliberately. And number 3 is have open communication on a regular basis. That is so important. It's easy to come home from work, have an issue, and then just keep it inside yourself, and then it just grows though, and it's not good for you or your partner. If they want to know what's happening, you say nothing. Tell them what's happening. But what you don't want to do, but to make sure you can decipher complaining and nagging and dumping from communicating like an intelligent adult about what's happening in your life and what you may need from your partner. Sometimes you can just vent, but sometimes people just go on, and you know that. And this is not what you want to do. Okay, so further down. So do you tell your partner what you need? Because you both, it's a win-win. They need things, and so do you. There are 6 human needs, and you both need to have those needs fulfilled. You both want to work together to fulfill those needs for each other. Of course, he or she, your partner, is working on their needs themselves, but because we have to do our needs our own self. But also, you being a partner can help them fulfill those needs. And so you ask about theirs, but how about yours? So to tell your partner what you need is this simple. Be honest. I just love honesty. Be honest. And then tell them what makes you happy. It's so nice. Your partner needs to know what makes you happy. What makes you smile? What kind of person are you? What do you need? What do you want? What do you think about? Ask questions though, but just let them know who you are. You talk to them about who you are. So you're honest. Be honest with them. And tell them what makes you happy. And if it makes you a little bit embarrassed, that's okay. Be vulnerable. That's all right. Tell them that's your partner, somebody that you should be able to trust. You want to trust your partner. If you do, you can be vulnerable. If that's hard for you, then start learning how to do it. And it makes you bigger and stronger and better. It's not your weakness. It's your superpower. It can be your superpower, being vulnerable. And then tell them what you need. That's real simple. So your homework is the second thing, the last one. What comes up for you? Your homework is this. Now, you win prizes if you turn your homework on. The first person who turns their homework in, just post your homework. And the person that has engaged the most. So if you're saying, yes, I'm here. Yeah, I feel happy. Yes, I like the 6 human needs. My needs are being met. Love, connection, whichever ones. Whoever is the most engaging in this course today and turns the homework in first gets the prize. That's how it goes. And then I announce it tomorrow, and then before tomorrow's workshop starts. So the question is, what comes up for you with all this six human needs business? What comes up for you? And then is this is stating what you need easy for you or hard for you? Is it easy or hard? That's part of your homework. So today's takeaway is here's today's takeaway. When your six human needs, or some of them, aren't being met, you become angry, uneasy, and feeling of insecurity. And that's your six human needs. That is, I'm going just a little bit further. It's important for you to understand what you need really matters. And since I've seen many couples keep what they need away from their partner because, as I said before, they think it'll be a deal breaker, that means their self-esteem, your self-esteem, whoever feels that way, is low, it's lacking. But it can always be fixed, or not fixed, but improved. It's not broken, it just might be lacking, and it can be improved. You think your esteem is high, or your self-worth is good, until you look around and watch the things that you accept or what you do or let occur. Then you know how you feel about yourself. The reason why I know this because I've learned it from my own personal life. When you think you're secure and you have a high self-esteem and a high self-worth, and then because you might act that way, we can pretend all day long. The ego always pretends. But then we look around, we say, wait, if I felt so good about myself, would I allow that to happen? Would I be in a bad relationship? Would I stay because of this? Would I let these people say these to me? Or would I keep friends that act this way to me? No, you wouldn't. So I know I'm kind of off topic, but you want to look at yourself and what you allow and what's going on in your life and tell yourself if you have a high self-esteem, high regard or not. It's imperative that you have these six human needs met in your life and relationship, or at least try to have them met. It's very important that you do. If not, you'll see the consequences. And you're worth having these six human needs met. So if you have any questions at all, post them in the comments, and when I see them, when this is over, I can answer all of them in the course between today and tomorrow. I will answer them in this group. You can go in the group and hear the questions being answered. I'll answer them. I'll either type the answer or I'll get online and do the answer. So I'm happy that you came today. I'm very, very glad you were here. You know what? Tomorrow I'm going to put my glasses on too because I couldn't see everybody's name. But I'm happy you're here and that you came to this group course. And I'll see you tomorrow. Whoever was the most engaging gets the prize and do their homework. I'll see you tomorrow and have a great, great rest of your day. Tomorrow, Wednesday at 6 o'clock, it is going to be, should I tell you what tomorrow is? Tomorrow is how to control your emotions. That's really important because you can control them. You have the power. All right. Have a great evening. See you guys later. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.